Good day, beautiful people. How's everyone doing today? It is raining here in Fort McMurray with a plus of 14. I will take the rain because we need the moisture in the ground, and it's sure nice to see everything starting to turn green and leaves starting to come out on the trees. I'm sorry I never had a video yesterday, as yeah, quite a bit of problems with my legs the past couple of days, well, past couple of weeks, but hasn't been all that great. Been a lot of pain, so please excuse me. I was I'll tell you a little story. There back in 2006, so we're talking quite a few years ago now. I was working at Rona, and it's a hardware store here in Fort McMurray, and I came home that evening and I was so sick. I had pains up my back and everything, and that night I went to bed and I woke up, I was just in so much pain, and I was running a temperature, and my husband, he had put his hands on my back, and it was just like the sweat was just pouring out. And I got up the next morning. He says, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, I have to go to work." And he says, "Not like how you were." And I said, "I have to go." I went into work, and I stood up behind the service desk there, and I thought I was just going to pass right out. So I went to my manager and I said, "I have to go." I said, "I'm not feeling well. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have to go to the doctor." And she said, "Shelley," she said, "you're as white as the ghost." She said, "You need to go." So that was on a Wednesday. I went down to the hospital. Well, I came home and I changed, and I went down to the hospital, and by the time I got to the hospital, it was around 12 o'clock. So finally I got in to see him. It was around 5. Sitting out there all that time in just severe pain. So they brought me in, and he sent me for an x-ray right away. And he called me back in, and he said, "You have a tumor that's over 19 centimeters in diameter." And I'm there like, "What? It's a cancerous?" What? He said, "Well, we won't know." He said, "Till we go in." So actually, it wasn't a Wednesday, it was on a Thursday. I'm sorry, because the store was open late. Yeah, so anyway, I said, "Well," he said, "we want to admit you like right now for emergency surgery." So I said, "Well," I said, "I have my bed." I said, "I need to take it home." And I said, give my husband, I said, the bank card and everything. I said, I got nothing. So anyway, I went home, and I told before I went home, I went to Pennington's to get myself some new pajamas to make sure I had something good for the hospital. So I went there anyway, and when I walked in the door, here was my husband at the time. He was on the phone and he said, yes, he said, she's just here right now. So apparently the doctor never told the nurses where I was going, but he put out the order and whatever. So my husband, he took me down to emergency and I was admitted in, and well, nothing happened that night. And the next day, nothing happened. And the next day, and I'm going to tell you, I was in severe pain. So, come Saturday evening, Dr. Wong, God bless his heart, he's since passed on. He had come in and the nurse said to him, Dr. Wong, there's a lady here in severe pain. She was admitted for surgery, and he said, and she said, the doctor that was supposed to do it, he's gone missing in action. So that was fine. So he took over the case, and it was Easter weekend. Easter Sunday morning was when I had the surgery. And I remember I was petrified to go down there because the doctor had wanted to keep me awake, and I said, bye. I said, I could not withstand the pain of being awake. I said, you better make sure I'm knocked out and knocked out good, because I just would not be able to bear it in my mind to know someone is cutting into me or whatever. So anyway, he went and he scheduled me, and I went down for surgery and all that. And I gotta say, so nervous. And when I went into the OR, well, then they were prepping me, and the anesthesiologist, he was there. And he was getting ready to do what he had to do. I guess they were administrating, I don't know. I can't even remember, I'm sorry, the words, but anyway, anyway, I can't grasp the words right now what it was. It's like when you have a kid, they give it to you too. So anyway, he was getting it all ready, and I started humming. And I was humming. To anyone that don't know what that little course was, it was, I claimed the blood that Jesus shed on Calvary. Those precious blood stains were made there just for me. And all my sin, and all my sickness, and all my pain. When I need healing, I claim those precious blood stains. And I'm going to tell you folks, the anesthesiologist, just from me humming it, he put it down and he said, I can't do this right now. Put her out. And they had me count back, and he put it out. And after surgery was all over and it was all said and done, I get a visit. from this anesthesiologist. And apparently he was on loan from the University of Newfoundland, Memorial University. And he came up here anyway, and well, I was one of the first ones on his roster, I guess, to assist in the surgery. And he said to me, he said, I had to come and I had to ask you, what were you humming? Because he said, there was such a presence in that room that he said I could not do what I had to do until I put you out. And folks, I know it was the presence of God. And there the other night, I was sitting on the edge of my bed. And I was just in so much pain, and I couldn't even remember the little hymn, the little tune. And I said, God, like, what's that tune? Because I said, I need that here tonight. I was in so much. And all of a sudden, it was right there, and I just started singing it. And I can't say I'm 100% better, because I'm not. But it gave me peace that night. God gave me the peace. And I don't know why sometimes, we have to go through things. Why there's so many things on our plates that we have to go through. Back in October, November of last year, I said, God, I wasn't asking why anymore. Wasn't going to ask the why. A marriage breakup and all that, I was just leaving it in his hands. And I can't tell you, folks, that things have gotten easier, because things to me feel like they've gotten worse. But God never promised it would be easy, right? He said, in this world, we'll have trials and tribulations. But he said, take heed, I have overcome the world. So, folks, I guess what I want to say is from the bottom of my heart today, because I myself, I do not feel well in my body. I am not well in my finances. I'm not well in any part of anything in my life. It just seems like things sometimes are just spinning out of control. And I don't see that I have loads of answers for anything, because I don't. But I know the one who do. And his name is Jesus. And if you're struggling through something today, just remember, he overcomes the world. He has overcome it. And, we're living in what's known as the last days. You can see lawlessness all around, all the things that's going on. Oh, my world. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that, within another 5 years, they want to have us connected with machinery. Right? I mean, this is the world's elites. They want to do all these things to us. Do we really think, folks, that God is going to let them do that to humanity? I don't think so. I think we're on the abyss of something happening. And I believe that God's coming back anytime soon. And we all need to keep our focus. No matter how bad things are getting at the world around us, no matter how much is spinning out of control, no matter how much pain we're in and all that, we need to just focus on the one and only, and his name is Jesus, because he's the only one that can help us. There's nobody else that can. Nobody. Governments can't. What do man know? Man don't know really nothing. He knows what God allows them to know. And this world is not sustainable as it is. It's getting ready for what's known as the beast system. It's already in place, folks. It just needs to be implemented. And they started it with COVID, right? They test the waters. But you see, the one who's holding back everything right now is the Holy Spirit of God. Because he's here on this earth. And until God the Father says to God the Son, go and bring our children home, they can't unleash every little thing. Jesus says, no man knows the day or the hour, not even the angels in heaven, only my Father. He knows. And one day soon, folks, he's going to say, go get our children. Go bring them home. So I pray today for everyone who's out there, don't give up hope. When things are failing and falling, don't give up hope. Just keep trusting and believing and focus. Focus on God. Focus on Jesus. He's coming soon, folks. He is coming very, very soon. We don't know the day. We don't know the hour. And if someone says to you, he's coming at such and such a time, on such and such a day, don't believe it. Because the Bible warns of false teachers out there. And do not believe in those teachers. Do not believe at such and such a time, because that's just right from the pit. That's to discourage people, right? Anyway, folks, wherever you are today, I hope you have a wonderful and great day. Go see your moms and your dads if you can, and love your spouses. Love your spouses and forgive them for any wrongs that they do, because we're only human. And love your kids. And if you know a friend today, if you have a good friend, call them up and say hello. And if you see someone that you don't know today, smile at them. You may be their only sunshine, even in the rain. Anyway, folks, take care. God bless. And we'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.